All right, guys. Good morning. This is High Priestess Jamila. So I want you guys to go to my community wall, and I want you guys to take a really good look at the mugshot of the very, very mentally ill, scamming, claimed that she was a sex worker for years, so-called witch, on here. Okay, first of all, she is not a witch. She is very mentally ill. She cannot be trusted because what she will do is if first of all, the first red flag, okay, let me talk to y'all about how you can tell a witch is scamming. Most of us witches that are on the internet, okay, most of us. Now, there's some witches on here, they just accept Zelle, they just accept Cash App or PayPal, and they don't have websites. A lot of them have Etsy, and there's nothing wrong with that. But first of all, she supposedly has been a witch for several years, and she's never had a website, okay? So that's a huge red flag when you are looking for witches, because most of us witches on here, we actually have a website uh, that we pay for. Okay. But I guess I'll start at the beginning because I don't want to keep doing all this going back and forth. Um, she has been stalking me for several years. And she contacts people that I know, in particular my ex. And, my ex has a lot of trust issues. He's never really had a woman that treated him well, evidently. And, it's been really difficult dealing with him within himself. But what she will do is she will purposely try to cause friction between me and him so that he can go live so that she can be in his chat room. Not real sure what that's about. I guess she's trying to make me feel insecure, which it's impossible for me to feel insecure about something like that. But it's been several years of stalking. I can tell you that. And then also a little over 300 calls to the Division of Family and Child Services that she's done to me since this has started. She's been scamming the public with trying to prove that she can do spiritual work for you by proving that she has a man. Well, guess what? Her man left her last week, right? He left. He gone. And part of the reason why he's gone is because of her constant need to try to manipulate people. So we all know that she's getting very bad spiritual karma. And it's just every single day, every day, this woman gets up in the morning and stalks me and stalks people that I know every day. When I am not thinking about her, when I'm ignoring her, she's making things up in her head. That's just like on my other channel, I did a live about somebody that's in that sector. And this person was trying to get me involved with some kind of beef. I've never wanted to be involved with any of these beefs that they have. I'm not in no kind of beef sector. I don't know anything about that. I don't get paid for that. That's not what I do. She is so desperate to cover up her obvious mental illness that this morning when I was addressing this man and this other woman, she comes in the chat room and tried to make it seem like I was talking about her. Now, the one thing that I can tell you is that this is probably the one person in America that I regret having my real name. In fact, there are a lot of witches and tarot card readers that would love to come on this website, and they would love to do readings. They would love to be out in the public. I don't doubt that listen, I'm not the only person that she's stalking. So she stalks a lot of people. All she does is sit around all day and stalk people on the internet. This is basically what she does. And one of the reasons why you don't want to send her your money is because what she will do, and this has been proven that she does this. Okay, this has been proven that this woman does this. She will steal photographs from other people. That's why a lot of the spiritualists on here really need to watermark their work, because she'll like take screenshots and she'll send it to you and make you think that she's actually doing the work for you, and she's not. About 3 years ago, somebody had asked her about protection, and this has been ongoing for years. It's because she doesn't really have her own identity. She wants to identify as me. So I've realized that this is somebody that literally would like to be me. About 3 years ago, somebody had asked her about protection. And she said, "Oh, I think that if you need protection, that you're just scared and da 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 da," which is totally not true. This is a big thing for witches, right? So probably a few months after that, she releases this photo saying that that is her protection. That's not her protection. You could tell that that wasn't even her own photograph. So she just plagiarizes everybody. Okay, that is not a real spiritualist. The lady that I am beefing with, I'm not going to tell you her channel name, but her name is Tina. I don't want to stigmatize any other Tinas. There's other Tinas on here that are spiritualists. This one in particular is Latina. She's in her mid to late 30s. Okay. She barely puts up any readings on her channel. And if you want to know who she is, I can give you her information. Now you have to go and look at my community tab. Why am I doing this? Because I take spirituality very seriously. She doesn't. She's on here scamming. Now, for some reason, my ex has assisted her in this scam, and I don't appreciate it. For that, I will deal with him. Because there's been a few people that have helped her scam the public. Okay, including my ex. So I don't exactly know why he does that, but what I do know is that she'll get your information and she'll harass you. She's been doing it to me for years. I'm still waiting for them to close the case of the false call that she made. She told DFAX that my son was malnourished. Like, I don't know if y'all have seen him lately, but I mean, the kid is humongous. He's very healthy. That was obviously not the truth. And so I think that she definitely has a sick obsession, but the obsession that she has is that she thinks that she can ruin my life. So, if she would do that to me, she would do that to you. Also, she's one of them types of people to where she's jealous of people that have too much money. Right? She's very jealous of people that have money. So even if you send her a bunch of money, she's going to hate you for it. It's something really, really wrong with that person, literally. Like, another thing is that there has been quite a few clients that came to me after going to her, and they told me that she completely destroyed their lives. And probably the reason why is because she's going to claim that she's going to do the service for you, but she's not going to actually do the work. She buys black candles at the Dollar Tree just so that she can light them on me. So it's all about me. She probably has a shrine of me at her house. Now, I was hearing a couple of days ago that she was supposed to stop harassing and stalking me. She was supposed to actually stop. She claimed that she was going to stop harassing and stalking me. I actually didn't believe it. I looked in the cards and the cards was very accurate. My cards told me that no, she's not going to stop. In fact, tomorrow is when she's going to do it. Well, they said tomorrow, but she actually did it 2 days later. She was in some kind of sick psychosis, and I guess she was trying to make my ex jealous or upset at me. And she went in his inbox and told him that I was making videos about her every day and that I wanted her sexually. I don't know why anybody would believe that, but hey, people go through what they go through. So my point that I was making, which if you can't even speak to a person logically, how are they going to do spell work? If a person can't even think, right? So I asked her, when I did make a video response to you, and because I feel like it needs to be public, that's one of the reasons why they don't want me to say anything publicly, is because they don't want the community to know. It's probably embarrassing to them. You know, another reason why I'm speaking out about it publicly is because she could have potentially put me in danger, and my family in danger. So I think something like that, as a vlogger, you almost have to speak out about it. Okay. But I asked her a logical question. So I responded to you 3 days ago because I ain't said nothing to her in days. So I responded to you 3 days ago and told you that I would be pursuing criminal charges of your harassment. And I guess the story that she's trying to spin is that when I do say something to her, I'm not saying it because I'm upset about her filing a false CPS report against me. I'm saying it because I want her. So if somebody, let's say somebody files a false defects report against you, and you go to social media and you tell social media about it, and that person says, oh, they're making that, they made that statement because they actually want me. So I'm addressing you because I want you, and not because you called defects to my house and filed a false report. Wow. So this is not only somebody that doesn't have any logic, but not a lot of intelligence. She has been arrested multiple times for prostitution. She is also on drugs. Do not trust her. Do not trust her. Okay. You would be taking a huge risk, especially being that she's constantly focused on me. You know, a big part of the craft is focus and meditation. How is she focusing on her craft when she's always focused on me? And part of, she's trying to personalize this. Well, I'm doing this for business. She's tried to get people to silence me for personal reasons. No, I'm not going to be silenced because somebody told me that they're going to be mad at me and, oh, you should do what I suggested and ignore her. No, this is my company. This is my business, and you're not going to ruin it for me. Now, her big thing the past 3 years has been the breakup with my ex. So let's talk about that. The breakup with my ex, she's been trying to use that as a means of validating her work. So she's trying to pretend as though she breaks us up, when in reality, that's not the truth. She didn't break us up. You know, our relationship was challenged from the beginning. We were stalked relentlessly when we announced our relationship to the public. So that's why my personal life is not on YouTube at all, because of the stalking. Okay. What in the world? Hold on. No, okay. So just don't trust her. Okay. That's really what you need to do. Us witches, we support each other. We do. Okay. This woman is not a witch. And the crazy part about it is that this situation has evolved so many times. Like for a while, she was trying to get me to be her friend. After she tried to have me killed by the police. So you know that if a person tries to have you murdered by the police by filing a false report to your home, she did this when I lived in Decatur, Georgia. You know that this person is obviously mentally ill, right? Because you couldn't possibly expect a friendship with a person after you have done something like that, let alone attacked people's kids. You know, the crazy part about it is that if I'm cool with a witch, I'm going to refer people to you. So, but she's not a witch. I'm telling you, she's not a witch. Okay. Because earlier yesterday, when I made that last live, I think that's what triggered her. You know, us witches, we know how to take care of ourselves. I think that it triggers her when I wear makeup. I think that it triggers her when she sees that I get views on my channel. I have suggested several thousand times that she just unsubs. But of course, to somebody obsessed, she won't. Now, I'm not subbed to either one of her channels, but I do have to watch her channel and monitor her channel periodically because she'll start putting pictures of my son. Basically, what she is a sex worker that caters to people that have some involvement with children. That's what I believe that this is about. And I think that this is one of the reasons why I don't want to be associated with a man that is associated with her at all. I don't. I'm sorry. That's embarrassing. She constantly is talking about children in a sexual manner. Like I have never in my life heard this so much. Like the past 6 or 7 years, it has just been something that has just been ingrained. I mean, it has just been like, wow. You know, and so of course I believe that she caters to that somehow because the FBI contacted me about her 4 years ago and told me that she was actually wanted for a sex crime. So this is probably somebody that has trafficked a younger child. She had a girlfriend the past couple of years. This girl looks like she's about 15 years old. And for some reason, she wants revenge on me, even though I'm pretty sure that something or somebody did something to her growing up. So whenever I talk about that, I am kind of talking about her because this is what we're dealing with. We're dealing with a grown person attacking a complete stranger. I have never met this woman ever. Now, another thing I want to say to a lot of you Black women is that she is racist. I believe that there was troll accounts in her live that she did on her tarot channel. Black women cannot trust her, and neither can white women. Nobody can trust her. Okay. Do not spend your money. Her readings are not even accurate at all. Okay. I am telling you guys to help you with this. I'm not telling you this to get revenge on her. I'm good. I have a husband. I have a home. I have food in my refrigerator. I'm good. Okay. I don't need to. I'm saying this because she won't stop. It's like she will not stop. And I don't know why my ex won't realize that. I think that he does. But I think that given the current energies that he's influenced by, it doesn't matter. My ex is not the police. He don't have no power. He can't, you know what I'm saying? So this is a police issue at this point. But it's also a moral issue. You have a sex worker that's going around the internet harassing and stalking a woman and her children, right? This is what she's doing. The whole time she's doing it, she is fantasizing about sex with children. It's obvious that's what she's doing because things like that, we don't even think about stuff like that. Like, who's thinking about that? Nobody's thinking about that. So it's pretty disgusting. And if I see you hanging around with her, I'm going to assume that you're a pedophile. If I see anybody hanging around her, I am going to assume that you are a pedophile. I'm going to assume that you are at least a pedophile apologist. And so I just don't morally get down like that. Also with the whole racism thing, there's screenshots, and I'll post them to my community tab as well, of her calling Black people porch monkeys and niggers. I have screenshots going all the way back to 2015. So a tiger does not change its stripes. She's a racist. She hates Black women, period. Period. She brags about being friends with a Black woman. It's sad. No Black person should be friends with a racist. That's disgusting. Do y'all know what Black people went through in this country? And I was saying this earlier this evening, that if Black people were slaves again, they would see how disgusting this is. I have never had to be friends with a white supremacist or racist to make it in this world. Not one time ever in my life. And I'm not going to start. Because I think that's disgusting. I think it's deplorable. And I don't think Black people should have to put up with it. Not any of us, no matter how we function in this society. Racism will always be unacceptable. And I have a zero tolerance for racism and bigotry. Zero tolerance. And that's exactly why she's been targeting me, is because of that. So there have been cases where people have sent her their money and they got no results. Of course, let me give y'all another tip, red flag of a person that is a fake spiritualist. She never has any reviews or testimonials. None. She has none whatsoever. So she's letting you know that she's not a spiritualist or a witch. She's basically letting you know that she is what she is. She does a lot to get my attention. She has meshed herself because when I hooked up with my ex, he was over on my channel a few times when we hooked up. So the entanglement happened. Now the entanglement has to be undone. Okay, now I've been using various methods to get rid of her, to try to banish her. It's very, very difficult to banish somebody that is obsessed. So a lot of them, even in that sector, they will say things like, oh, well, your spells don't work because I'm still here making videos about you. Well, that means it's because you don't have a life. You don't have a life. You need to get a life. They have tried to discredit my business, trying to use my personal life. The problems that I had with my ex have nothing to do with witchcraft. So we can't even say that she's putting spells on him. She's not. That all of that is a fraud. Just like everything else about her. That's another thing. If you can't look at your wit, like as a witch, we all come on here. We don't always look perfect, or if a witch is always using a filter, you don't know what you're getting. You don't know exactly what you're dealing with. So she's obviously hiding something. Okay, and this is every day. Every day, this woman gets up in the morning and focuses on me. Every time she has a problem, every time she feels some type of way about herself, it's a constant focus on me. How many witches do you know that deal with their problems like that? Not many. Not many. She's pretty disgusting because she has stated publicly that she was going to make somebody catch the C-19. Everything about her is totally disgusting. In fact, she's been going around saying that I have a thing for her, but in reality, when me and her were fake friends years ago, she was the one that was coming on to me. I never came on to her in that way. And why would anybody believe that? It's totally disgusting. So don't go to her. She always acts a fool. She always starts doing stuff, contacting people, lying to people. Her latest lie last night was that I wanted her and that I was making back-to-back videos about her. So whenever I come on here and talk about any generalized topic, I'm talking about you. So that's a sign of a mental illness. Whenever somebody posts something, you constantly thinking that they're talking about you and they're not. These are general adult problems that we all may have. And I don't, and so one of the reasons why she does that is because she wants to deflect. She wants to harass me because I was on here offering my services. I'm not leaving YouTube or going anywhere. She needs to leave. Probably she needs to go be mentally evaluated. Somebody that is that crazy cannot do spiritual work for you. They can't. Us witches, we can describe ourselves as being crazy in an eclectic way, crazy in a, eccentric way. Many of us are eccentric. She's just crazy. I believe that it's paranoid delusional disorder. Okay. That would be just like me coming on here saying, let's flip the script. You called DFAX to my house over 300 times. You've called the police to my house over 5 times. Am I going to say she's doing this because she wants me? No, she doesn't want me. In fact, she wants me to suffer because of her own problems and iniquities. She wants to take out all her anger on me and then call me the N word. But other than that, she's, I'm not going to say that. That would be delusional for me to say that. Oh, you stalking me because you want me. Obsession and wanting somebody is 2 different things. And so she called DFAX to my house. And when I went live from my other channel to let people know that she did it, she's been going around telling people that the reason why I made the video talking about her calling DFAX is because I want her. Not because she called DFAX, but because I want her. And what is so random about this, I think that is a part of her disorder, to where she thinks, or she wants to try to convince people of that. But she's doing it through Snapchat filters. So she's catfishing everybody. But I'm not a lesbian. Like, I had to get married to prove that. I'm not a lesbian, but for some reason, she feels as though this discredits me with my ex because evidently my ex doesn't like lesbians. He has an aversion to it for some reason. I don't know. All I know is that it's not the truth. I don't have hatred for lesbians at all. It kind of makes me feel uncomfortable that he feels that way. But this is how she gets a rise out of him. She gets a rise out of him by doing this. And it's very disappointing. I have asked her several times to move on, stop bothering him. He's actually my twin flame. He already has enough problems. The last time she contacted him and made up a lie, I thought he was going to have a heart attack. Because she just lies to him. She says things that are upsetting to him. I don't know if the dude wants to die an early death or what. It scares me because I don't want anything to happen to him. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's just been a bunch of crazy. I felt like earlier last night about 11 o'clock, I felt like I stepped into the damn Twilight Zone, literally. And I think it probably, has something to do with, fear of what she's going to do. I don't fear what she's going to do. I just keep track of it and contact the FBI. Okay. Because I do know where she lives. Not going to release it to the public, but I do know where she lives. Okay. So anyway, y'all don't trust her at all. You'll regret it. Trust me. Whenever she starts doing this, it's almost like she'll do sex work for a while and then she'll decide, oh, I want to go and pretend to be a witch. Every single time that she does that, she harasses and stalks me. Every single time. Surely a regular witch would just be able to put spells and readings up on her channel. That's not what she's doing. So we know that that's obviously a facade. Okay. Her first name is Tina. Her last name is Rodan. Do not trust this woman. You'll see her on the community tab. I don't care what she does. You know what? Here's the thing about it. You don't try to run people off of a public platform. You don't do that by attacking people's kids. So I am more than confident that this chick is going to end up in prison eventually one day. And then also scamming the public. She's a scam artist. Period. Okay. So, and she's not going to make anything happen for you. She can't even obviously make it happen for herself. She's been extremely jealous since I moved into my home. I have a very humble home. Whenever she sees that her crap is having no effect on me, this is when she starts harassing people. And she will harass you. I made the mistake of speaking to her years ago, and she's been stalking and harassing me ever since. She would just leave me alone. I would go away. Yes, I am going to say something about you being in my ex's chat room or my twin flames chat room when you are a known racist. This is disgusting to me. So yeah, I said something about it. I sure did. I sure did. Because I'm not going to play stupid and crazy and try to pretend as though that didn't bother me. Because it bothered some other people. Okay, and seriously, I would have to question your morality as a Black person to hang around with somebody like that, and then also your self-esteem. I don't want to talk to any racist about anything ever. So racism, all of that stuff, sexism, childism, that is not tolerated on my channel or in my personal life. None of that will ever be tolerated, ever. Okay. People like that don't have the power to curse nobody. They already cursed. I know that for a fact. It's a lot. I'm going to tell y'all something. I know it's a lot of white people out there that are trying to clear themselves of all that negative karma. Slavery is an embarrassment to society. It is an embarrassment. It is an utter embarrassment. Racism is an embarrassment. Prejudices are an embarrassment. No matter how you spin it, it's an embarrassment. Okay, this is a history in America. This is a history all over the world that we should be able to get past as a society. So a lot of negative generational karma associated with that. Okay, hey, Global She. So y'all keep that in mind. Don't go to her. Don't go to her. Okay. You know, now keep in mind, this is about the 7th time I've had to put this video up, but I think that I think it's very necessary. Our spiritual clients are not crazy and they're not stupid. Because I believe in everything that I talk about. I believe in all of it. She don't believe in it. She doesn't. She never talks about spirituality. She just comes on here and stalks me now. So anyway, y'all, I gotta go. I done got kept up all night. I was actually laying here getting ready to go to sleep when the incoming negativity came in. It was disgusting. And again, she's not powerful. She's not cursing nobody. She can't curse nobody. People that are negative and toxic, they're just negative and toxic. They can walk in a room and babies will start crying. You can't curse somebody when you're cursed yourself. So, but she got a lot of people intimidated because she does things like swat people's houses. She'll be in prison for that stuff very soon. Okay. All right, y'all. I will see y'all later. Have a wonderful Wednesday. Okay. Blessed be.